Let's start off the way I normally start off all videos off. I'll give this a heading. Life is like pilgrim's progress. Life is a journey which we all follow. We can look back in the past and study the past, never go back and change it, but we've got a future to reach. Today is Saturday, June the 20th, 2015. The time is 8 o'clock, 8:30 a.m. Okay then, let's start off now. This will go for about 5 minutes. It will be a little bit longer than the other ones, because I've got a bit to say in this. Life is a journey like Pilgrim's Progress was, written in 1678 by a famous man called John Bunyan. That is reality. We can never go back in life. We can never change what we've done. That's fiction. All forms of time travel is one form of science fiction which can never be changed. But we can always prepare for what's going to happen in the future. So we've got to prepare for the future today. What we do today will plan what happens to us in the future. What we've done in the past has planned already what has happened to us today. I'll give you one example with myself. In September 1978, I done a few stupid, silly things. In the Navy, I was a Royal Australian Navy sailor. I was in Melbourne. I went and got blown drunk, and I went and done some silly things in the city down when I was in Port Phillip Bay in Melbourne, the aircraft carrier, the HMAS Melbourne. As a consequence of that, I ended up getting discharged. I won't go into those issues now because it's 30 or 40 years in the past, 30 years in the past. But that has prepared and made a planning for my ability today. If I hadn't done those stupid things, you wouldn't see me on this YouTube at the moment. This would be all just not in existence. I'd have an entirely different life. So I didn't plan that time. I done stupid things, but God gave me a chance to change it into His plans. We have to take that as an example with ourselves, so we can plan what's going to happen to us in the future. Life is an interesting development, an interesting track, like a track down a bush. You get hard times, you go windy tracks, up rocks, up slides, go everywhere. But other times you can get a pure, straight, pleasant track, a big wide road, and that road can lead you to where you're going. So what you need to do is plan and know what you're going to have happen to you could affect you 10, 15, 20 years in the future, could even affect humanity. And I'll give another couple of simple examples. Adolf Hitler, as you know, caused World War II. Adolf Hitler had massive changes in the world. If Adolf Hitler hadn't have been born, or if his mother had been killed before he was born, the world would be entirely different now. Totally and absolutely fruitless. A film by the name of a series by the name of Sliders in the 1990s, which I used to watch, explained that sort of thing. It showed a fictional story of what happens to people who went back into different dimensions. Well, that is not realistic, that is fiction. But in a sociological factor, in the ways of people's minds thinking, that is reality, because that's why we can't go back in the past. So all we can do is look and study, plan and prepare for tomorrow, as I'm doing all the time. And this is one of my main cruxes of my message, because I believe Agenda 21 is coming. I believe the New World Order is coming. I also believe we're going into a really bad situation. And I get these articles through watching the news, taking clippings of what's going on, taking knowledge of what's going on, and also a little bit of study of history. I love to look at history so we can see what's happened in the past and plan for what we're going to do in the future. I think the whole world needs to take note of that and look at that. Okay, this video has gone for 5.5 minutes already, a little bit longer than most other ones. I don't like to do any more than about 5 minutes, 5-10 at the very max on these YouTubes. So I'll leave it at that, and I'll be back with more talk about this many other times. Okay, everyone have a good day. Follow me and listen to what I'm saying, and thank you very much for your concentration. Bye for now. Yours, John.